Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Well, today we are going to be working on Hope and Love by Clara and Maud Pickernell, 1881, a Bristol Orphanage sampler from Hands Across the Sea. And we are right up here in this top part. You'll be able to see that once I get there. I worked all the way across, and then I'm coming back and filling in the pages, so I'm actually on page 4 because they go across that way. So I think there's like 5 across and maybe 6 down. I'm not real sure. Maybe less down, but there's a few pages. Yeah, if we just get through the alphabet, it'll be awesome. And then there's the numbers. It'll be great. Let me pull it down just a bit. I had it closed up so you can see. But yeah, as you can see, I work like line by line. That's the way the pages, I'll just kind of flash that through there. Look, so I just do a line and go on and do a line and go on. But I had to do a little bit of frogging over in here because like right where they come together, I don't have the worst time that way, where it comes together. So until I get it where it needs to be. Well, not too exciting of a weekend. What can I say? Yeah, on Saturday, well, my daughter had called and said, you want to go river hopping. Yeah, we were going to do that. And we were going to go looking for driftwood and that kind of thing because the water's down really low. So, okay, we had it all set up. We were going to leave at 9. We were going to be back by noon at the very latest. Then she calls me up 3 hours later and says that my son-in-law, they were cleaning out the yard because they're going to put a pole barn up, right? I don't know when that's all going to happen, but, anyway. And they were cleaning up the yard, and he picked up something that she couldn't pick up. And I have to have my thing that I'm working with here. Hang on. I lost where I was. Okay. Oh, and this is on 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha, my favorite fabric from Wetchlet. So, yeah. And I'm using 221. So anyway, he picked up something that she couldn't pick up and went to throw it into that trash bin and twisted his back somehow. So he was in pain the rest of the night. And today, she goes, well, I'll see how he is in the morning. I'm like, okay, fine. So she calls me about 8 o'clock and said he wanted to go. They have like a, I don't know, quick clinic, if you will. We don't have a hospital right here. And they have a quick clinic here in town. He'd like to go. It opens at 9. So they went. I babysat and took him 2.5 hours. So by the time they got back, my daughter and I, well, the Chiefs game had started. So we decided not to go yesterday. So I came home and I made one of those DiGiorno deep dish pizzas, and I had some hard salami and red peppers and green onions I put on there. What else? Red pepper, green onion. I think that was it. And I cooked that for lunch. So I had that for lunch and dinner. Because, it was just easy. So, yeah, we didn't get to go anywhere. Because she wanted to watch the Chiefs game, and the Bronco game would start at 2. So I think we're up to next Friday. My life is just always on hold. What the heck, right? So hopefully the furnace guy will come on Thursday, and then on Friday, so he'll be off work for like all week. So, yeah. We were not happy little campers. Because she wanted to get out and get away, but that wasn't happening. So Friday she doesn't have to go to work until I think it's 5 to 10. So that'll be nice. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this next week, not today, I work 10 to 6, but tomorrow and Wednesday, I work from 2 to either 10 or 9, because I don't know that she's changed to the winter hours yet. It was kind of boring. What day was that? Wednesday when I worked. And I worked all the way till 10 o'clock. I think we had 1 or 2 people, something like that. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. What is going on here? It's been a while since I did counted cross stitch on my channel, that it's a little difficult to see what I am doing here. But I've been working on this off and on. I have to look and see where Autumn Quakers is, because I want to work on it in October. I don't have a whole lot of autumn things. Everything is sliding over here. Like autumn things to work on. I mean, I'm working on that pumpkin, and I'm working on, the pumpkins from Blackbird. And what else? And that bird, I think I want to say Waiting for Autumn or something to that effect. Yeah. So, and I can't think of any other, I mean, I have Autumn House, but that's a pre-stamped. I meant in like counted. So I just kind of add things here and there every year. So you'll see those 3 come out this month. But I just never been, I've got to have 15 things going for Christmas-ish or winter-ish. I wanted to do, what is that one? Baby It's Cold Outside. I never got to getting that or doing it. I don't own the pattern or anything. But yeah, so I have a few things for autumn and winter, and otherwise everything else is just kind of, I don't know. I love samplers. Just absolutely love samplers. And I love these Bristols because they're in single colors. So maybe I can work on this, during the winter time. And I'm using an autumn color. Just kidding. So that's how that goes. But just never been that type to have 50 projects that were of one season. So I just kind of add to it each year. I suppose I could start that, I call it an autumn. It's like that wreath one. It has such beautiful colors in it, autumn colors in it. And I'm picking up a few more Christmas things as I go. But, I like specific things. I guess that's how... Oh, crap. That doesn't need to be there. So sorry. We're frogging already. That's what happens when I talk and stitch at the same time. I just love doing samplers, and I love getting those kits that have the oriental look to them. Not necessarily people. That doesn't appeal to me. I don't know, I just think that their skin's going to turn out weird. Unless you're doing a Mirabilia, of course. Then everybody knows that's going to turn out. But I just haven't done a lot of people. Oh, come on, please. I got my teeny tiny little needle. Yesterday I worked on that, what do you call it? Blue porcelain view. Yeah, until I have a hole in my finger, basically. So I don't want to have to touch that with this needle. But yeah, I worked on it until my fingers practically bled. Yep, love it. I'm loving how it's turning out. But it's kind of, it didn't necessarily hurt my hand this way, hanging on to it or anything. It's just that I stitched so much I've put a groove in my finger. Hang on. I lost it. Lost it. So yeah, back to work today. Woohoo. Yay. I'm just thrilled. Not like I've done anything in 4 days, really. Last weekend I did get my dresser cleaned off and put back together. I have to see where I'm at. I moved that only because I didn't want to, it was too far to go. Whoops. I'm trying to use my threaded measure here. I'm making sure that everything is perfectly fine. But I do like this 221. It is so pretty. And it's great for this fabric. It's red, but it's not in-your-face red. I do not like in-your-face red at all. Except for certain projects. Molly Hush. See how well that works? And that... Crap. Really? And that thread will not come out. It's great. I'm using it all the time these days. Thank you, Ching. Then I just cut off the excess from behind. I was so doing it the hard way before. So yeah, it's just been a kind of an uneventful sort of weekend. Just flitting from one thing to the next. Or just sticking to one forever. Yesterday I went to bed the night before on Saturday night at like 8 o'clock, and I was up by 3:30 in the morning. So, yeah. From like 3:30 in the morning, or 4:30 in the morning after I did the video yesterday morning of we'll call it the blue porcelain pavilion, whatever it is. I worked on it for like 4 hours straight, trying to get it where I wanted it. So, it's coming along. I just couldn't put it down until I got it where it needed to be. And I'll show you my progress tomorrow on my floss tube. But I gotta put it down because it's killing my finger. I can't seem to remember to put that stupid thimble on. I like working on this because you just do a line and you feel like you've gotten somewhere. I mean, of course it's taking forever, and it will. But I do it until I'm tired of doing letters. This one. But it's real easy to follow. If you don't get too bored. That's why I started Louisa Cullimore on the bottom, so that I could do the There aren't too many. There's more like designs and stuff in this one, but there was at least motifs on the bottom of that one. So, and there's motifs in here, but just individual motifs like this. There's not too many on this one. It's mostly like lines of patterns and stuff for like cuffs and collars and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of alphabet. And this one's twice as big, I swear, as Louisa Cullimore. Louisa Cullimore, I think... Oh, I don't have my page. Dagnabbit. It doesn't say right here. I don't think I have it nearby. Just how big it is. Maybe on this page. Let's see. This is meters, linen sizes. Doesn't. Linen. Well, this is 16 count. So the finished design is 27 by 27. Or 27 and a half. So it's fairly good size. So you need a piece of fabric 33 by 33. So I have a complete yard of this. Completely. For sure. I just love this fabric. Everything sits well. I'm using 2 strands. And it covers very nice. Trying to figure out where I'm at. So I'm sure it's like 300 or 400 stitches. I don't have that page. I can't. What page is this? No, it doesn't. Dagnabbit. It's irritating. Now it's got me bugging me. There's probably 30 pages to this pattern. It's all done in the same. I can't believe it does not say how big the damn design is. Huh. Huh. 2 strands. For 32 count, you need 864 meters of thread. Oh, here we go. 433 by 441. So it took a hot moment to get across there because I wanted to make sure I had enough across. So hopefully we got enough down. So I told you it was fairly big. I don't think Louisa Cullimore is that big. I think it's like 320 something. Where are we? Hear the coyotes out there. Sometimes they're out there real early in the morning. And I'm filming this early before I go to work. Hopefully it won't rain this week. I'm really sick of rain. Can we have something else, please? Yesterday the sun came out. It was a glorious, beautiful day. Yeah, it would have been great. Of course, we had on sweatpants, a t-shirt. Then I had my heavy sweater on. Then I had my hoodie on. Because it was about 40-some degrees when we started that day. So by the time I got ready to leave yesterday, I was burning up in my 3 layers of clothes. So I just wanted to go home. I think the days of turning on the air conditioner are over. I've fully decided. Completely decided. About time to change the room around again. And put the, what do you call it? The couch on the other side. So it stays warmer, but I'm not about moving it right now. Maybe in a week or 2, I don't know. Whenever the fancy strikes me, because that's a hot moment, because you got to rearrange all of the, what do you call it? the cables and everything that plugs in, and oh, God, it's a nightmare. So I may put it on the... I want to get away from these windows because they're kind of drafty. Because when I got the stupid curtains, I didn't get them long enough to go to the floor. So they're about, what, a foot off of the floor? Yeah. That's all I could find here, and that's all they had. They had a Pomida store, and they were going out of business. So they turned that whole thing into a grocery store now. And those are the only curtains that I could find, so I just bought drapes for every room, but they were all about a foot short. Yeah. And I don't know what the deal was. The only thing I could find at that time, when I was looking, was, it was like either feast or famine. You know what I mean? Or they were 84. There was nothing in between what I got and what I could get. So, yeah. It's either way too long and the ceilings, see, aren't high enough. I don't think I've got 10-foot ceilings, maybe 8-foot ceilings in this trailer. So, yeah, there was nothing terribly in between that I could find. So that's how I settled on that. Of course, I could have hemmed them all, but, not about that life. That would have been a nightmare. Oh, goodness. So things are really slowing down at work. And now, last week I got out of there at 4 o'clock, I believe. Somewhere around 4. So that was really good. Because it was so boring and tiring. So I'm glad things are really just starting to be kind of quiet, because, yeah, this is when I start picking up my audiobooks, my Audibles. I love them. And I can listen to them at work and do whatever I'm going to do there. But don't get that many choices or chances in the summer to do them at work, because people are just in and out, in and out, in and out. So when it gets to be winter, I will be working Monday like 10 to 5, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I'll work 2 to 9. So that'll help. And that means that if I need to, I can go to the grocery store. Extra spare thread. Grocery store after I work, which is always helpful if I have to, or forget something. Come on. My finger here is, you can see I kind of bled right there. Jeez. Stab, stab, stab. Oh my Lord. Yeah. Really like it though, because I wasn't quitting until I got where I wanted to be. Yeah, I get kind of stubborn that way. I wanted to see what it was going to look like. But it's a beautiful pattern. Noisies. Surprised Molly's not barking. I hear people out and about already. Sometimes, you hear a lot of noise during the morning, and sometimes not so much. Everybody's on a different schedule, of course. But that's the way it works around here. But I really don't hear a lot of kids screaming and playing and stuff like that. So I guess we don't have a lot of kids in the neighborhood. If there are, I haven't seen them. Or they're further down, you know, there's not too many people. There's adults on both sides. Well, except for the people on the other side. They have a little baby, but I mean, he's not big enough to go out and play in the yard or anything by himself. I mean, he's only like maybe 2 at the most. That would be totally pushing it. I watched Sambury Stitches open up that Bestitch Me box. Holy cow, what beautiful fabric. Yeah, and I guess Brandy at Bestitch Me does, what do you call, she, dyes her own fabric and thread, and she has like silks. So, I don't know. Never used any of her fabric. Beautiful fabric, though. Just beautiful. Stunning. Looks like a funny S, but it's right. It just looks weird. Guess because it leans over there. See, now this is real close, so I can just go on to the next one, but between that Q and R, I was all the way up at the top for some reason. Just beautiful pattern. There's another one, and I can't remember the name. That, it's a red one. Oh, dear. Just brain dead at Hands Across the Sea. I watched her yesterday, too. I don't like that green in that Feathermore one. It's just too in your face. So, yeah, I could probably change it, but it'd just change the whole look of the whole thing, so I'm not getting that limited edition one. Hush. She's got my blanket all the way down on the ground. You'd think she was freezing to death. I know she's not. It's heavy. I don't know where. I got that at the thrift store. And I don't know how to explain it. It's like somebody crocheted, I mean, this is something you buy. Crocheted the whole thing and then they embroidered all over it. I know you can get them, you know, probably at big stores like Dillard's or Foley's or whatever. I don't even know what the big stores are, but you know what I mean. It's kind of a lap cover, but I just put it up there on top of the couch so that it kind of, when I'm sitting on the couch, it keeps the air from blowing on my neck, if there is any. Because it can get quite windy here. Quite windy. Sounds like the whole house is going to come down, but the house don't move. It's been here since 1970 something. But the tree branches, we have some pretty big trees. I think they're cottonwoods. They don't turn much. They just fall off or get blown off, shall we say. Like I said, that wind comes right down like it's a wind tunnel right in between the trailers. Usually when it blows in the wintertime. I'm so ready for it to be winter. Really. You know. I want my furnace fixed, and I want the winter things, you know, where there's snow and you don't want to go out and you have a nice pot of soup on the stove and you're just all comfy in your lounge pants and your socks and, yeah, all bundled up. I've been doing that all summer, it seems like. Although there were points where I had to wear shorts because I was burning up. But I just like fall and winter. It's the cozy time of year. And I'm kind of like a bear. I want to hibernate. Make sure where I was going here. Yep, I like fall and winter. Not so into the terribly, terribly hot part of winter. I mean, part of summer. I don't like a lot of heat. Because a lot of heat makes me sick. Just can't handle it. But I never really could. This is the funkiest looking tea, ain't it? Oh well. We're almost across this page. Just got about 2 more letters, so it comes to about here. And then I'll be ready to start the next page, which will be fun. Now see, I'm at the bottom again. Dagnabbit. So usually what I do, if I have a long piece of thread, if I can get a hold of the needle before it dies, is I will go underneath these stitches, like so, and work my way back up to the top, carefully, under the stitches. And that way my thread doesn't show underneath. And then I start the next letter. But I didn't have a whole lot of thread last time. So we get over here. I do love Ada. You can actually count it without having to think. First it's pre-stamped, then it's Ada, and then I work on 20 count, or 28 count. Not 20 count. 28 count. So it just depends what I'm absolutely in the mood for. But you should get one of these. I mean, you can just hack at it a little bit at a time. Nobody's pushing you. And it does give you some kind of satisfaction for finishing each, letter. So we're about halfway across. There's the beginning. Maybe a little over half. I have one more letter to put here, and then it'll be across. So there you go. So I'm way over half. I think I got one more page here. Possibly two, because I can't see. There's like the Z and then one little or two little tiny motifs over there. So I guess I'm past over half. Yep. Alright guys, I think that's going to be about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and we will see you tomorrow. Keep stitching. Bye-bye.